93 Boxing. I'm back with another video. Ariza said that Amir Khan has never looked the same since Ariza and Amir Khan didn't train with each other. And you know what? The more you think about it, the more I think about it, the more I realize that it might be true. Look at it like this. And by the way, excuse the noise. I am outside trying to go home. I have to make do with the little time that I have, and 95 is killing me. So I'm making videos as an outlet. 95 sucks, man. It really sucks. But okay, back to the point. I remember when Amir Khan was with Ariza. This was before the Danny Garcia fight, right? Now in the Lamont Peterson fight, he looked strong. He dropped Peterson. He hurt Peterson. And I think his endurance was, in my opinion, better as well. I really think Amir Khan's conditioning and endurance was a lot better under Ariza than it was under Tony Brady. And Tony Brady's pretty good as well. He done good with Amir Khan. Khan under Tony Brady is better than Khan without Tony Brady. We saw that in the last fight where he was not under any strength and conditioning coach. And under Tony Brady, he stopped Logreco, and Logreco does have some experience with Errol Spence, and he has experience with Sean Porter, and he did he did well against Porter in my opinion, even though he took a loss. Amir Khan did stop him, very quickly. So he does benefit with a strength and conditioning coach for sure, a good one. And I think Tony Brady is a good one. But I really think Ariza is really the strength and conditioning coach that Khan really needs. I think a combination of Virgil Hunter being his trainer and Ariza being his strength and conditioning coach might be the best for Amir Khan. Amir Khan looked a lot more explosive. Really like a lot more explosive. And you want an explosive Amir Khan. A guy who's that fast. You want the explosiveness. I still think Amir Khan, against him with Tony Brady and Virgil Hunter could get in really good shape. And Khan has actually looked good, even with Tony Brady as well. He looked, he was good against Luis Collazo. He was very fast and sharp against Devin Alexander. And he was fast. He was fast under Tony Brady, but I don't think he had the same. He was still explosive, but I don't think he had the same explosiveness that he did when he was under Ariza. Him against Judah, him against Maidana, he had I feel like a different type of explosiveness. Maybe by just a little bit, but a little bit that I did notice. And yeah, man. Now back to Amir Khan. How I think he's going to perform, I really don't know. Okay, he got a tough fight coming up. I'm really tired. That's why I'm saying all kinds of random noises. That doesn't translate to any English. He got a tough fight ahead of him in Terence Crawford. I don't know how much Amir Khan got left. Okay, there's something about him that just doesn't sound right. Like it doesn't seem right. He hasn't got the energy. Maybe it's just from outside. I'm not seeing it, but he just doesn't got that confidence, energy in him like I seen him before. In past 3, 4, 5 years. I feel like this is a fight where he's testing himself whether he should be in boxing or not, where he's got retirement in his mind, and if he loses this fight, this will be like a confirmation that he might go away from boxing. Amir Khan has to win this fight for himself. I think if he loses this fight, a lot of confidence, because Amir Khan is a very confident fighter, a lot of confidence will be gone from him. A lot of confidence, and we will not see the same Amir Khan. If Amir Khan loses this fight where he doesn't look good at all, it's one thing to take a loss, but you look really good still. You look way better than what people thought you're going to look like. But Amir Khan thrives off of this crazy, you could say deluded level of confidence, and I feel like it has harmed him, but it also helped him in most You know, he's came back from knockouts where most people didn't think he would be able to come back. You know, he had good performances after the Prescott fight. No shit. Like he won titles after the Prescott fight. He became a unified world champion, beating guys like Maidana, Judah, Malanachi. You know, he went up against Lamont Peterson, Danny Garcia. He fought a lot of good fighters because he's confident. Lost to Danny Garcia, he came back with the same level of confidence. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. You know, after Canelo, you know, he didn't have too many great, you know, fights, but he did fight Phil LaGreca, and he stopped and put a statement out there. And even in the Samuel Vargas fight, he didn't look as impressive in many people's eyes, but there's certain aspects about it which I found really impressive. Khan was fighting on the inside, which I never seen him do. He was, when I say on the inside, it was kind of mid-range inside. Kind of, he fought the fight that I never seen him do. Like, I rarely see him do, okay? And he did that without strength and conditioning. It's a different experience. I feel like that will help him because Khan is not good at that type of, that's not one of his strengths. And you know, if he's able to do that against a guy who's not bad at, you know, those, so if he's able to fight mid-range against a guy who's also decent at fighting in mid-range, i.e. Sammy Vargas, you know, with a good training camp, because Sammy Vargas, unlike all the other big fights, didn't really, you know, in here he had a better training camp than the Garcia fight, than the Spence fight. We don't know if the whole point of the main thing, I think the main reason why Khan took this fight is to see where he is. I feel like he's questioning himself. I do feel like Amir Khan is, I feel like he believes he can beat Terence Crawford, but I also feel like he is slightly questioning himself if he can actually beat Terence Crawford. I don't think he's 100% confident. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But it's interesting, man. If Khan loses this fight convincingly, like where he doesn't put up much of a competitive fight before if he does get stopped, or even if Khan loses, then I think Amir Khan will be finished, in the sense that we will never see the same Amir Khan. I think this is a fight where he has to win for himself. He really has to win for himself. For him to have a few more fights in his boxing career, a few more successful fights, he has to win. If Amir Khan can win this fight, I believe that the other couple of fights that, you know, it's a big ask if he can win this fight. Terence Crawford is very talented, but I think he's beatable as well. I think Amir Khan can beat him. You know, I mean, it depends on what Amir Khan shows up, depends on what Amir Khan we get. You know, he's been through a lot of wars, but for him to have, you know, if he wins this fight and he goes on to fight another other top level fighters, we will see, I believe, the best of Amir Khan. Khan has to win this fight. I'll say that just one more time before I wrap this up. If Amir Khan can win this fight and then later on go on, you know, he probably have another 2 or 3 more fights and then call it a day. Those 2 or 3 more fights will probably be the best version of Amir Khan we ever seen, if not one of the best. I think he's got a good coach. He has a, you know, pretty good, I think he could have been better. Alex Ariza is a better strength and conditioning coach, but I think he's a good strength and conditioning coach for Khan. And I think he got his mind right, he's got the right people around him. I really think Amir Khan's really underrated. I don't think his chin is as bad, but he has been knocked out due to him making stupid mistakes, defensive mistakes, and lapses of concentration. But yeah, that's really all I have to say, man. I'm really excited for the fight. That's going to happen about a month later. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to comment down below. Subscribe to my channel, 93 Boxing. I'm out. 93 Boxing, I'm back with another video. Alex Ariza said that Amir Khan